that was a fail pilot. Now, none of us want to be failures in the jets, but a lot of people tell me it's impossible because they're rookies in the jets and everyone else has everything unlocked, so they just don't stand a chance. Well, my hope is that after watching today's video, you'll see that it's not impossible, because today's video is leveling up jets with nothing unlocked. Hey everybody, Robert the Bruce here, and we got a lot to cover, so we're going to dive right in. Everything we're going to cover today is right here. How to dodge Heatseekers without flares, some basic dogfighting maneuvers, tips to make piloting easier, and a bonus at the end that will help you level up fast. Now, to dodge Heatseekers, this is pretty cut and dry. You turn 180 degrees while accelerating. Usually the Heatseeker comes from behind you, so turning into it and accelerating, it'll fly past you. I'm going to be quiet and let you watch these clips now and see what I'm talking about. Clip number 1, rocket passes by no problem. Moving to this next clip, the guy has trouble locking onto me for a minute. He finally gets the lock, but I just start looping back around behind me while I'm accelerating. No problem. Now, it should be noted this method is not foolproof, and unfortunately DICE has announced that in the next patch about to be released, they're going to be making it even harder to dodge air-to-air missiles. Don't despair though, as you'll see in this next clip. You can take a hit from one rocket and still be just fine. You lose some health, but it doesn't disable you. You can still fight it out and stand a chance. So practice this method, use the terrain to your advantage, and if you get hit with the rocket, keep going. There's a decent chance you'll be able to pull out a good kill. Now we're going to look at dogfighting tips and maneuvers, and these clips are going to have a combination of things going on, so pay close attention. They're going to include the split S, the main dogfighting maneuver you need to use, and also some points on that you should join teammates to get easier points and kills, and to also only use the inside cockpit view for firing. Now first, the split S, here it is. You're flying along, you flip halfway over, and then you pull back on the stick, completely reversing your direction. We're going to pause and show that one more time without me talking so you can really see it. Now that is my #1 favorite maneuver for outmaneuvering guys, reversing direction, any of the above. Using Get Creative, it really does work well on the battlefield. The second one you see there, I immediately noticed my teammate, who is almost always going to be being chased by someone or chasing someone. So join in the fight. If you and him are both shooting at the same guy, even if you don't get the main kill, you'll get assist points, and it will help you to continue leveling up your jet. You'll also notice I keep switching to an outside cockpit view. It can be very difficult, especially when you're first starting out, to notice the enemy guys, and you don't have air radar or anything helping you. Switch to an outside view and fly primarily out here. Only switch to an inside view when you see the target and you're going in for the kill. Next tip for dogfighting is to embrace the bank shot. Now, a lot of pilots, even very good pilots, think that when they're banking, they're safe because they're not flying in a straight line, right? Wrong. Many guys will bank and they'll keep the same continuous speed and angle going, and as long as you get in behind them, it's not that difficult to line up your shot and take them down. Now, a couple things to remember. Even if they know you're chasing them, just keep doing it because they'll bank and they'll think they're safe. You line up your shot and you're good to go. Number 2, you rarely ever have to aim more than half a plane length or one plane length ahead of them. Oftentimes, half a plane length or less is all you need. So play with it a little bit. As you're flying along behind them and you start shooting, don't just stay in one spot. Aim a little more forward and behind them as you're going, and wait until you find that sweet spot where you're starting to get contact markers, and then you can take them down. The next tip is to practice in Rush, and I personally recommend Operation Firestorm. A couple of reasons for this. Number 1 is, at least on consoles, there's only one plane on each side, so you're not going to be getting ganged up on by 2 really great enemy pilots. Just one-on-one, you can really practice better. Number 2, just like you see here, guys in Rush love to do strafing runs, and that's just an easy kill. You line up behind them, they're so concerned with trying to get a strafing run down, and you can really kill enemy after enemy. This match here, the same guy kept doing strafing runs, and every time I wouldn't spawn camp him, I'd let him get back out there, and he would line up for a strafing run. I'd just get behind him and get another kill. It's a great way to practice one-on-one piloting and to get some easy points for your jet. Now these next two clips are simply to give you the warning to beware of other air vehicles. Up to this point you've been able to gently nudge other planes flying around, and if it will damage both of you slightly, but if you'd already hurt them, it would finish them off, like I did right there. Now DICE has announced that they're about to release the patch that will also fix this, and that if you collide with another air vehicle, it will actually kill you both. So if they don't fix it, great, keep doing this, but if they do, just be aware of your surroundings. It's now time for the super secret bonus! Now, I've got a couple of points to mention before we get into this. Number one, use it sparingly because of number two, nothing is better than actual jet experience, and you should be aware this might eventually be patched. What's going on here is you start off spawning as an engineer. I recommend running with the explosives perk, so you end up getting 6 mines. Throw them down in whatever spots you think are going to be well traveled by the enemy. Put 2 together so that it will be an instant kill and not just a disable. And then you suicide or get killed and go spawn in a jet. Now I skipped through that because I actually stayed alive for a while until I saw one of our jets was back. Once you get in a jet, you hop in and you fly around and you stay alive flying in your jet. I know, that's pretty difficult, right? Go ahead and fade into the final clip here. Now this clip was actually there earlier where I dodge a rocket. Now I'm not shooting anything, I'm not attacking anything, I'm just flying around minding my own business. And what do you know? Bam! Tons of points all going towards my jet. It's a beautiful thing. Let's watch it again. And this time we're going to actually pause it and zoom in at the bottom. You'll actually see I get the points, and you can look down and see they're counted towards my jet kills. Any points you receive while in a vehicle count towards the unlocks of that vehicle. Now again, I don't know if they're going to patch this at some point or if they intended it to be this way, but you can use this to your advantage if you're really having trouble getting any points at all in your jet, and you can at least get to some flares and Heatseekers this way. Throw it on your mines, die or suicide and get into a jet and then fly around. Anything that hits your mines, you'll get all of those points going towards your jet. That wraps it up for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked it, I'd love for you to hit the like button and subscribe. It really motivates me to do more videos. And if you know somebody that could use this, pass this video along, trying to help out as many other Battlefield players in the community as we can. And as always, don't forget, only rookies camp the enemy spawn. Now you can visit YeshGaming.com. There's articles and updates you won't find on YouTube, and it's a great way to get in contact with me, Robert the Bruce.